Choosing the right art and craft niche in 2026 is important to building a successful cozy art business. I've studied the trend reports and market shifts for 2026, and I'm also validating this through my own experience of being in the trenches of selling arts and crafts for over 10 years now. So in this video, I'm breaking down the 10 best art niches for artists in 2026. The ones that actually make money, grow an audience, and won't disappear after 2026, timeless niches. So niche number 1, the creator economy. The creator economy is exploding, and artists that tap into this niche will win. So there are lots of examples within this niche. Product collaborations with influencers and content creators with large communities. I have done these. Product merch prints and custom aesthetics for YouTubers. Visual branding assets for content creators. So I've done this myself. I used to create creative products for influencers and for brands. I would also do affiliation. So there were 2 influencer brands that I was creating products for them. So I created a custom jewelry line for 2 different influencer brands. So these 2 brands were influencers that they had my target audience, and my target audience was mystical women. So these 2 influencers, these 2 brands, they were actually doing women's circles and events for women. So at the time, I created their custom jewelry line that they would sell through their shops, because both of them, they had their own online shops together with all of the services that they had. So I was their person to create their products for them. And so I designed creative products for their communities, and they would pay me directly. These influencers, they would buy from me wholesale, just like a shop would. So I would sell them the capsule collection for them, and they would buy it. They would buy it in bulk. I had a minimum order. And this was also helpful for me at the time to grow my following, because in their communication and their social media, they would actually tag me as their official jewelry designer. So I would get access to their community. I would get some of their audience, because our audience was the same. It was aligned, but they had huge communities when I was just beginning my community for my jewelry brand. So this is how I would work with them. And I also worked with a lot of influencers doing sponsorships. So I used to sponsor a lot of yoga babes. They were doing their yoga challenges, and I sponsored lots of these in the beginning. I also did a lot of affiliation with different influencers who had the same target audience as me. So this was helpful because, again, they had the same target audience that I had, and their audience trusted them a lot. So every time they would mention my products with their affiliate link, I would actually get sales. And some of these, they were happy to be paid through my jewelry, through my products, instead of being paid with money. So it worked really well. But also, why stop with just creating products for content creators, for YouTubers, and for influencers, when you can actually create your own community while you're doing this? You can actually become a content creator yourself. This way, if you do it through YouTube, you can receive YouTube monetization. You can create a Patreon. You can get affiliate income yourself. You can get sponsored yourself. You can receive money through sponsorships. And you can also create digital products. So perhaps you can become the new Lioba Bruckner or Alfie Epe or the next Valerie Lynn. I've seen that these content creators, they have huge communities, and Valerie Lynn, she does beautiful vlogs. And if you are the kind of person who you like to film your process, who you like to talk about your process and day-to-day life, this could be a great way to grow a YouTube following. If you love doing tutorials of your art, then check out Alfie Epe and Lioba Bruckner. They have been doing this for years, and they're really good at it, and they both have huge Patreon communities as well. So the creator economy, I believe, is a great niche to get into if you're an artist. So either create for other content creators or become a content creator yourself. And this is a really good way to not only get monetized through your content, through your videos, but also it's a way to get exposure of your work. And for this, my favorite platform is YouTube, because YouTube is evergreen compared to social media platforms such as Instagram or TikTok. So the next niche is nature and the environment and sustainability niche. This one is massive, and I can validate this based on my own work as a painter of making art with forage paints, with natural pigments. There's a lot of painters such as myself looking for shops and artisans who sell natural pigment paints, because it's quite hard to find. I buy a lot of these forage paints and pigments from different artisans around my local area, and I create myself my own. So this is something really good to get into. You can service these artists that need these kinds of materials and paints. I have seen a trend with natural dyers. There are a lot of natural dyers that are exploding on social media and also on YouTube, creating these beautiful garments made with natural dyes. They are selling PDFs and books of how to dye naturally with pigments, how to dye with flowers, how to dye with eucalyptus leaves, with teas. There are a lot of people working with this nature-inspired aesthetic in their pottery and ceramics, making beautiful pieces for the home. There's an emerging painter called Victoria Rose Park who does these beautiful paintings in nature, of nature. She does these beautiful landscapes and she films herself painting in nature. Landscape and nature art sell really well. Nature-inspired candles as well. The wabi-sabi natural aesthetic, earth tone palettes, sustainable kits of soap making, candle making, children's book on nature and environment. I mentioned before that a few years ago I published a children's book on nature and environment, and that one made me good money. I didn't become rich, but it made me good money. And I was able to do a lot of workshops and reading of this book in schools that I was paid for as well. And also nature-inspired workshops. I do this in a retreat. There's a retreat that I do, a art therapy nature inspired workshop where I get all of the retreat ladies. They are painting with natural pigments, with paints. I teach them how to make paints with these pigments and they love it, and I get paid for that as well. So you can also create events and workshops inspired by nature. One of my good friends, Lily Marfisi, who does beautiful paintings of animals, she has a popular retreat where she takes people to a cheetah reservation in South Africa to paint cheetahs, to be in nature, to be observing the cheetahs and nature. So that's a really good niche to get into. Next, health, wellness, and longevity. So this is also a great niche to get into. Art and wellness is booming. And think of art therapy. Think of creating art therapy journals, books, workshops, crochet therapy, mindfulness workshops, doing mandalas or creating mandala journals, mandala coloring books. You can create these coloring books that are for mental health, to help with anxiety. There is meditation art. There is crystal healing jewelry, which I have done for 8 years, and it sells really well. People want crystals for healing as well. I create healing jewelry and healing candles as well with these crystals. Ayurvedic jewelry that also uses copper. So if you create copper jewelry, you can get into Ayurvedic jewelry, non-toxic candles, or candles made with pure essential oils, affirmation cards, and other essential oil crafts such as essential oil burners. Mental health and wellness aren't trends anymore. They're permanent markets. Next, spirituality and religious art. So as examples, mythology and goddess art. I've been serving this niche for many years through my jewelry and through my paintings. You can also do pagan art or Christian art, Islamic calligraphy, Hindu spiritual paintings, tarot decks and oracle cards, ritual art, altar art, ritual tools, and sacred jewelry. So think of mala meditation necklaces, think of beaded bracelets for meditation, think of rosaries. I've created all of these rosaries, malas, and I've always sold out. These work really well. It's a great niche to get into. It's not only trending, but it is timeless as well. And spiritual communities, they buy deeply meaningful art. They're also one of the most loyal customers to have. They're going to be repeat buyers. So next niche, the wedding niche. So I love this niche because this is a niche that people, they pay really well for your products. So what products to create for the wedding niche? Custom jewelry, custom candles, accessories, bridesmaid gifts, luxury items, macrame dresses, beautiful bohemian wedding dresses. Bohemian weddings have been trending for many years now, and they're going to continue to trend. Couple portraits, and my favorite, live wedding paintings. So I recently listened to an interview of one of my classmates from Milan Art Institute who has been servicing the wedding niche doing live paintings, and she's creating high ticket packages to service the wedding niche, to be able to go to events and do these live paintings and custom portraits of the couples. And I've also seen couple portraits on Etsy as well. So this is a great niche to get into. I have made a lot of bridal jewelry myself. I have lots of friends who work in the wedding niche, so I've been working with them for a long time right now, and this is a booming niche. This is a great niche to get into because this is a niche that value handmade crafts artists and artisans. And you literally get paid thousands to be able to do these live wedding events. So the next niche is the 80s nostalgia art. And the 80s revival is massive, probably due to Stranger Things. So think of 80s inspired prints and posters. Think of graphic t-shirts. Think of retro fashion, typography, and people buy these for the nostalgia emotion. Next niche, psychedelic art. The psychedelic renaissance is here due to Michael Pollan, his books, and Netflix series, also trending in Silicon Valley, festivals, Burning Man, all of the mental health therapy and research on psychedelics. So this niche is exploding. I've met in festivals lots of different painters doing psychedelic art in festivals. And think of psychedelic art, those fractals. Think of creating art with the theme of mushrooms. I have one piece of jewelry that is also inspired by psychedelics. It is a gold medal with a psychedelic motif inspired by the Shipibo Canibo ayahuasca. And this one psychedelic medal has been one of my bestsellers for years. And also one of the influencers that I partnered before when I explained about the creator economy. She was really big on this one necklace, this Shipibo necklace that I was selling, this psychedelic necklace. So I would get a lot of her community also buying this necklace. I sell it to B2B shops. So this is a trend that is booming, that is exploding. The next niche is hyper-personalization. So think of custom portraits, commissions, commission jewelry, commission products, personalized gifts, one-to-one art services, becoming an art coach, custom branding art. So people pay insane premiums for just for me. This was made just for me. It brings that emotional connection, personal meaning, and you can also create personalized one-on-ones. I used to do art tutoring for this girl. I had an art coach. So this is a great way for you to create premium packages that are one-on-one for just one person, that makes them feel so special, that makes them feel like they are receiving something exclusive, something unique, because it is unique. I have a friend who does hyper-personalized fashion items. She has a little shop that is here in my area in the south of France, and she's doing really well with hyper-personalized fashion, that she creates these patterns, these beautiful outfits for people that are personalized, that are completely unique, that nobody has. She's doing really well in this area. You can create custom wedding dresses. I also do a lot of painting commissions and sketching commissions for people. I have done a lot of jewelry commissions for people as well. Hyper-personalized jewelry with their zodiac sign, with their birthstones, with any kind of stones that they wanted for manifestation, for finding love, for bringing love into their lives. There are so many possibilities within the hyper-personalization niche. Next is the slow living niche. So this is another trending niche, and it also can be combined with the nature niche. So I will give you a few examples. There is Isabel Page and Jonah Jinton on YouTube, both in this slow living niche. They also create art, they also create crafts. And Jonah Jinton also creates natural pigment art. I am obsessed with her natural pigment art. They're so beautiful. She creates these beautiful abstracts. She creates jewelry, and she's really lovely. We have briefly exchanged a little bit on Instagram, but all of these people in the slow living niche, they love to show their slow living art process, how their pigments are foraged, how they are sewing an outfit from scratch, how they are making things from scratch. You can also create slow living workshops and events to celebrate slow living. Also, you can create slow living journals and slow living ritual kits. So the slow living niche is not really about creating a product, but it's more about creating a lifestyle that celebrates this way of living, of slowing down, of experiencing a new pace of life. And last is one of my favorite niches, education and skill-based art. So again, I can validate this through my own experience. I have done a lot of workshops and classes for art, and I've always had students. This is recession proof. People are always wanting to learn and get educated and improve their art. People will always pay to learn skills. So examples, you can create online courses. You can upload classes to Skillshare, to Udemy. You can create a Patreon community where you're teaching something. You can create a private paid Facebook group. I met a girl who had her own private Facebook group. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can be simple. Simple is good. You can also create workshops through Zoom and have people pay you through PayPal. I have lots of friends who have done Zoom workshops. Doesn't have to be complicated. It can be simple. Simple is good. You don't have to have a fancy website. You can easily advertise on Facebook and then send everybody a PayPal and a Zoom link, or just create a Facebook group, a private Facebook group where you create a live workshop for people who are paying you through PayPal. So I used to do sip and dips. I talk a lot about this in my channel where it's step-by-step painting tutorials. I used to love doing sip and dips. I've always had lots of clients and customers and students for sip and dips. I would actually sell people a card where they could have a package to come weekly to my sip and dip classes. This way I had returning customers, clients, students that would come back for my weekly classes. You can do jewelry workshops. I have a friend, she does vision board workshops every year, which is collage of vision boards. Art tutoring, again, think of workshops that you can also do in retreats, and workshops for children where they can do a mess, where their parents don't have to clean that mess. Think of mixed media workshops. Also think about certification programs. You can create a signature method that you can teach to people. So this is my favorite niche. This is a recession-proof niche. And now that you know the 10 best art niches to get into in 2026, the real question is, how do you turn your crafts, your art, into a profitable business? Because picking the niche is only step one, but monetizing correctly is how you make money. So check the next video, how to turn your art and craft hobby into a profitable business, where I break down the steps of how to actually make money from your arts and crafts. And if you've enjoyed this video, do hit like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Ciao!